A dreamy town 꿈을 이뤄주는 것.
Hello everyone, we are Group Nappen Oma and today we'll present a K-drama, The Good Bad Mother.
We will tell you about three major Korean social issues: educational pressure, Korean social hierarchy, and motherhood.
The K-drama The Good Bad Mother, a single mother living in the countryside and working on a pig farm, struggles to find the right way to raise her only son so that he can succeed in life and become what society considers a good son. From a young age, the main lead is pushed to study efficiently and become a prosecutor. As he pursues this goal, he breaks up with his high school girlfriend just before his bar exam, unaware that she is pregnant at that time. Determined to climb the social hierarchy with hidden motives no one knows, he even becomes engaged to a woman from a Yangban family. However, a sudden car accident causes him to revert mentally to his 7-year-old self. Back in the countryside, his ex-girlfriend, his children, the villagers, and most importantly, his mother nurture and care for him as he begins a new path. These character names will be mentioned frequently. Jin Yong-sun, the mother, and Choi Kang-ho, our main lead.
The Good Bad Mother shows how education in Korea is not just about learning, but about escaping poverty and climbing the social ladder. A useful framework here is Kim and Choi, who argue that the Korean school system works both as a path to social mobility and at the same time a mechanism of class reproduction. They point out that even though basic schooling is formally equal, access to top universities really reinforces social hierarchies instead of breaking them. This logic is exactly what we see in Young-sun. She tells young Kang-ho, once you study hard and become a prosecutor, no one will be able to look down on you or bully you. For her, studying is survival. She isolates him from play, controls his time, and turns school into the only way out of rural poverty. As Kim and Choi write, middle-class and aspiring families make great sacrifices to give their children a chance at higher education. Young-sun is not strict just because she's a bad mom. She is acting inside a society that tells parents that grades are the only way to protect their children. The drama also shows the human cost of this pressure. After punishing Kang-ho for his behavior in class, Young-sun says, "Stop eating if you're full, you'll get sleepy when you're full." Even eating becomes a threat to productivity. Every minute has to be optimized for study. Kim and Choi warn that this educational fever produces emotional strain for both children and parents, and the drama visualizes that strain through physical discipline, tears, and loneliness. In short, The Good Bad Mother criticizes Koreans' high-pressure educational culture and shows how it can create successful but deeply wounded people.
Moving on to hierarchy. One clear example is the divide between rural and urban Korea. Kang-ho wants to distance himself from his rural background so much that he even avoids his own mother when he becomes a city prosecutor. As Kim notes, royalty is often stigmatized as backward in the eyes of urban elites. Even when no one is watching, Kang-ho doesn't want to be associated with country people. This shows how deeply hierarchy is internalized. At the broader level, Koo argues that South Korea has shifted from a society of moderate inequality to one of drastic inequality in the last 2 decades. The drama reflects this, for example, in the way Kang-ho looks at powerful families and feels that only by entering their world he can truly belong at the top. We can also connect this to Park, who explains how the Yangban and Joseon became a hereditary elite, where birth decided status. In the drama, we see a kind of modern Yangban continuity. Being part of an influential family still places you at the top of social hierarchy. Kang-ho knows this very well. That's why he becomes engaged to a daughter of a powerful family. It's not just about love, it's about class mobility through marriage. So through Kang-ho's choices, cutting off his rural mother, chasing elite marriage, the drama makes visible how people in today's Korea still navigate a society structured by old and new forms of hierarchy.
When it comes to motherhood, the drama tells the story of Jin Young-sun, whose harsh, success-driven parenting has a devastating emotional impact on her son. She sacrifices everything so he can become a powerful prosecutor, but the result is an adult Kang-ho who is cold, distant, and resentful. He is successful but emotionally empty. This connects strongly to Bonnie Tyland's work. She describes the manager mom as a mother who carefully manages her child's study, schedule, private education, and activities to create a successful citizen. Yang Sun fits in this image. She lives in Kang-hoo's exam results, not for his happiness. The emotional distance between mother and son reflects what Tyland calls ambivalence in Korean family life, the coexistence of love and resentment. A mother's sacrifice might come from love, but in a highly competitive society, it can also feel oppressive or traumatic. Kang-hoo's emotional coldness and fixation on success show how emotional control is viewed as strength. In raising him to be tough and untouchable, Yang Sun unintentionally prevents him from forming secure attachment or expressing vulnerability. In the end, the drama offers healing and forgiveness. This gives viewers what Tyland calls teri manjok, viscerous satisfaction. We watch a painful mother-son relationship move towards reconciliation, and we feel emotionally relieved. The message is conservative but powerful. Being a good parent is ultimately about love and emotional connection, not just about grades and status.
To conclude, The Good Bad Mother uses a very emotional family story to engage with three big contemporary issues in Korea. Educational pressure, showing how the obsession with success can create deep emotional scars and reproduce class inequality. Hierarchy and class, visualizing the distance between rural and urban, poor and elite, and how old Yangban-like hierarchies still shape people's choices. Motherhood and sacrifice, questioning the ideal of the manager mom and showing the emotional costs of focusing only on external achievement.
We think the drama might push Korean viewers to change their position on these issues in several ways. It invites people to sympathize with both mothers and children and to see that love without emotional understanding can still hurt. It complicates the idea that education alone can solve inequality by showing how education can also reproduce hierarchy. It reminds viewers that behind every successful person, there might be unseen emotional damage. At the same time, it also asks viewers to hold on to certain values: community support, intergenerational care, and the belief that relationship can be repaired.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Goodbye.